Yup, it was the Steam Deck. Tell me, what better way to get people into gaming at a starting price of $399 and you can take your gaming console absolutely anywhere? That convenience, you're never going to get it again. I mean, sure, you got the mildly painful LCD experience and only 256 gigs of space, which is about 2 GTA 5 installs, but it was the cheapest way to get into gaming on the go. Then Valve decided to kill the LCDs, which wouldn't be an issue if the base OLED didn't jump by $220, or way more for the 1 terabyte version. And I'm not even going to consider the Nintendo Switch 2 because I don't see how paying nearly $100 a game comes out to being any value, especially when Steam game sales drop prices to cents on the dollar. And to be clear, it's great for me now that I have equity in my Steam Deck, but it's horrible for everyone else that wants to get into gaming. And this just raises the bar for other manufacturers to increase their already insane prices. The $1,000 other handhelds now make a lot more sense than getting a Steam Deck. They got more storage, better displays, more features, and if you want the SteamOS experience, you can just load Bazet onto them and get 95% of that. It truly does not make any more sense to get a Steam Deck anymore. The era of the Steam Deck is likely over, and the era of affordable gaming is also over. I mean, PS5 is hiking up their prices, Nintendo Switch is about to hike up their prices, current Series S and X is kind of a messy situation, not to mention all of Microsoft's mess, hot garbage of whatever's happening with gaming. They are making amends, but it is taking a little bit. So, yeah, affordable gaming seems to be over. You should probably get a used Steam Deck. But now that people know what they have and they know they have equity in them, the prices on the used market are likely going to be a little bit insane. So the alternative is to get an ROG Ally. And you are going to have to deal with the horrible quality and a lot of the failures and ROG and initially Windows. But if you load SteamOS or Bazite onto it, you will get 95% of the Steam Deck experience. You don't get the lovely trackpads, but you will get most of the experience. And ROG Allies, they depreciate insanely quickly. They have depreciated. I can find local ones for like 200 or 250 bucks. An ROG Ally might be just the next best deal you have. Otherwise, your pre-existing computer, hopefully you don't have a Mac, by the way, that's going to have to be used for gaming. You're not going to have a dedicated device anymore. That's just going to be the way it is if you want the affordable end of things, which most people do want to. They don't want to sink $1,000 for a gaming handheld or $600 for a PS5, which is already, it's quite old actually. We're getting to the point where waiting for the PS6 might be the better move. But even then, waiting for the PS6 might be a bad move because their prices could be absolutely insane. Gaming is a luxury now. It always was kind of a nice to have, but you could still get into it for not that much more. But now it's an absolute luxury locked out. Also, game prices are absolutely insane. $70 for a new game, or Nintendo, let's Nintendo bash for a couple minutes. $100 for a game and it never goes on sale, and it's just a rip of a previous game that had barely any new additions into it. I mean, come on. I don't know how Nintendo fans keep supporting. So you have hardware increases, you have bad software, and then you have the game price increases. All of this combining create a absolute insane pile of a steaming garbage that once was the amazing affordable gaming market, and it will never exist ever again. Well, it won't exist now, it won't exist next year, and it's not going to exist for a bit until AI kicks the bucket. I really hate AI.